It's GOATenks time! Hello, welcome to another GOATenks review. Today we're gonna have a look at the SH GOATenks Super Saiyan GOATenks. By GOATenks Nations, GOATenks Die. It's GOATenks, my favorite Dragon Ball character. No, but seriously, SH Figuarts, Super Saiyan GOATenks. Finally! Oh my god! I mean, I'm so happy that Figuarts finally arrived at the Buu Saga and delivers us the goods. Because GOATenks is the greatest. So, without further ado, I want to have a look at the figure. But by the way, if you're thinking, oh, you're just a GOATenks fanboy, you're going to rate this a good one anyway? We'll see. Actually, if anything, I tend to be a lot harsher towards characters, towards figures of characters I really like. So, first and foremost, let's have a look at the size. He stands at about 13 centimeters really to the top of his hair. A little over 5 inches, but if we're gonna go to the top of his face, a little bit like 11 centimeters, 4.5 inches tall. And yes, by the way, this is a new background. This is my new place. So I honestly, the funny thing about this, I kind of wanted to have a comparison with other Dragon Ball figures, but I don't have any at hand right now because they're still at the old place. So apologies for that, and I also wonder about the audio. I think there's a little bit of an echo in here. Overall look and detail of the figure, he has the smug face. The eyes are very cleanly done. This time we have a little bit of a dark going around the eyes. There is no detail going around the eyebrows, and we have a little bit of a brownish color for the mouth and the whatever you call that, what they always draw under the eyes. Then the hair is super spiky. It's a little bit more orangey. There's some shading in the tips, which I really like. Appreciate that. The vest is completely hard plastic. Another thing I'm just kind of like, why? We have a little bit of paint bleeding around the black bracelets on his arm. It's not too bad, but it is there. And we got the belt, that's all nice and simple. And the pants, which to me, do they look like a little bit too much gray? I mean, it's really grayish. I remember it to be white. But then again, you know, manga colors, anime colors. Oh, and sometimes the colorist was drunk and they painted in a different color. No, not really. But still, I mean, it always... Yeah, there's no 100% right answer as far as color goes. Sometimes with these figures, there's some shading going on. Some of it is random, as around the crotch over here. On the knees, it looks a little bit better, but overall, yeah, the shading. I mean, it's there. So... we have that. It is there, and down to the shoes, and it's really, wow, okay, really ugly on the gray around the shoes. So now for the articulation, the hat is on a tiny ball hinge, and as a result it's not really great, and it's also pretty loose. That's a little bit annoying. It goes to the side and goes off, but yeah, there's the ball hinge, and I already have problems with connecting the hat, so I'm just gonna leave it off for a second. But yeah, it goes around all the way, and you can tilt it if you get it in the right angle. Then we have the neck articulation. I guess that's just on the ball. You can have a little bit of rotation with it, but you don't really have a lot of room, so it's already getting stuck over there. So overall articulation is not great. Then we got the double ball combination for your chest, shoulder part. You got the one ball in the chest, so you can rotate that around, bring it up and down. And forward, let's go forward, not really that much. Have okay range though, and the hinge in the shoulder itself. And as I mentioned, the fluffy part of the vest is connected to the back of the shoulder, and then you have something to cover it up, the floaty piece over here, which I mean, it works. It works. You can always just kind of sliver stuff into position. Really have to play around with because I don't know, I think it looks kind of weird. But it gets the job done. We have bicep swivel, we have ball hinge in the elbow, and another ball hinge for the fist, so it goes up and down, rotates all the way around. Torso articulation is, goes around, probably would go all the way around, does tilt side to side, and does go back and forth just a tiny bit. It's not the greatest, but they didn't leave any room, so we don't really get any gaps, well, a little bit, if you're really pushing for it. So yeah, just hit and miss somewhat. The belt is completely floaty, so that will not get in the way of your crotch articulation, which is very nice. I guess it's just on long pack ending on a ball, but that goes side to side a lot, goes back and forth, and doesn't leave any gaps. And then you have the abs over there for a little kid, very impressive. Then we have the legs, that's the fighting body, really the leg, that's my favorite leg joint. With this one they molded the pant piece up there a little bit too big. As a result they don't really go up that far, but they go forward super nicely and go, what, is this ratcheted? Why is this ratcheted? It goes backward? I don't know why it just clicked, so okay, mysteries. Then we have kind of like a swivel in the thigh, and I like how it's molded. Just the problem with that they have the shading over there really just makes it kind of weird. But what are you gonna do? We got the double hinges in the knee, and the foot has some rotation. You have a ball hinge in there, back, forward, all the way around. Does tilt side to side. Not really actually. Is it in there straight? I can't really get it to rotate. Well, there it is. Kind of like that in a weird angle, and then we get a toe hinge finally. Moving on to the accessories, starting off with the faces. You got the one smiling face and the one like surprised. Oh my god, I'm gonna get my ass kicked face. That was a long ass name for that. Then we got hands, just the one pointy finger. And then the one blast hand, which is kind of disappointing. I mean, only one hand for the donut, for the galactic donut, but what if I want a die missile barrage? I only have one hand? What? Then we got the double peace sign hands. We got those, at least those are important. And kind of like more clawing, posing hands, and one's gone down to the ground. Because these things are way too small. It's too small for these gorilla hands. And then we got the one ghost, sticking out the tongue, and I love this one. He has the hole in the back so you can put him on the base. Looks great. I'm a big fan. I want more. I want more. Yeah. No, but seriously. Then we got the galactic donut. It is see-through plastic, and I mean it's pretty simple, but it gets the job done. And more stuff falls down. Okay, I'll need this. It was under my foot. I almost crushed it. So yeah, that's to hold on to the donut. Just slide that stuff over there. Slide it in, and there you go. You have a galactic donut, and you can pose it, and you get an entire base. Oh my god. But yeah, you got the regular stuff over here, and then you got a smaller one. I guess this one's more for GOATenks, and just for the galactic donut, which doesn't really stay on that well, as you can tell. I just lifted it up, and it's off again. But you can put the galactic donut in there and have him float over his head. And of course, you got the pieces for the claw. But the one downside is, if you want to have the donut and the ghost, I know that would be a little bit overkill, but you can't have, well, unless you don't use you don't use an arm for GOATenks, but that's it. That's all the arms. Okay, it's not a complaint. I'm happy that they deliver with the arms and the claw. And there were a lot of other Figuarts reviews where I was like, why are they so goddamn cheap, not giving us the claw and only one arm when it's just like for energy effects and stuff. So they're doing that now, so thank you for that, Figuarts. So that's gonna do it. That's gonna bring me to the final thoughts of this figure review. What do I think about this GOATenks? Well, okay. First and foremost, yes, I do think this figure is worth it. He looks great, and the articulation's okay. It's kind of wonky in some places, but gets the job done. Also, by the way, you can spin this around, just packed in there. So I kind of forgot about that. But yeah, overall, yes, but I'm a little disappointed. And it's, again, Figuarts. That's Figuarts these days. This figure itself is cool, but why do we only have a Super Saiyan hat? Especially with GOATenks. His regular form has black and purple. That's amazing. I want a regular hat, and of course, where's my Super Saiyan 3 hat? Seriously? Just like, come on. I mean, okay, the ghost and everything is cool, but I would have preferred Super Saiyan 3 hat and regular hat over the ghost or the galactic donut. I mean, that's fine and everything, and don't take that as too big of a complaint. Again, I still recommend this figure, but yeah, hats and more hands also. That's just, I want to have like a posing hand where he just points at himself because he's the greatest, but he doesn't have one of those. But that's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, gameplay stuff, and whatever GOATenks wants.